graceful. Good morning. This is Victoria Pendragon. Welcome to my alternate reality. And I want to talk, this will be the first of two, because they have to be of a given length for me to be able to upload them at all from the middle of nowhere, where internet is very slow. It's going to be about words and the vibration of words and the kinds of things that words say beyond what they're actually saying. Because I realized an interesting thing on Saturday past. For some reason, I realized that we had, in the English language, a number of words that imply, no, don't imply, they say, that something has been awful. It's been horrible. Catastrophe, disaster, debacle. There are others. And so I thought to myself, where are the words that say something was an amazing event? It was a fabulous event. And I couldn't think of any. Not one. And I began to wonder what that said about a civilization where we have words for horrible things that happen, and we have no words for wonderful things that happen. And I thought, well, there must be some, and I'm not thinking of them. So I went onto Facebook and posted on my personal page that, that here were these words about negative things, where were the things? It generated a great deal of conversation. As a matter of fact, it generated the longest series of posts and conversations and interchanges I've ever had on Facebook. I discovered, first of all, that most people that I am friends with don't know the difference between nouns. A catastrophe is a noun. A noun is a thing. I thought everybody knew that. Apparently not. Because what I got were a lot of adjectives. Fabulous, superlative. It might be a fabulous party, but party would be the word I was looking to be something different, not the modifier, which is the adjective. I don't mean this to be an English lesson. What I'm trying to get at here is the fact that words didn't seem to exist for this. Well, some people said, what about miracle? It's a miracle. My problem with miracle is that it implies that there's an external force at work. Because somebody else said divinity, and I rather like divinity. I'm very fond of divinity, as you all probably know. But again, it implies the other hand reaching in, something coming down from above and making everything okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this inherent word that implies a really good thing. And the closest anyone came was the word serendipity, which is a lovely word, but also implies a certain haphazardness to it. Serendipity essentially means everything came together just right. Good. But I've never heard anybody say that was a serendipity. No, they say it's serendipitous, or it was serendipity at work. So serendipity is a strange word, maybe an adverb, I don't know. But it's not a noun. And there was some suggestion that perhaps we ought to make it into one and use serendipity as that, because what needs to happen in this world is we need to stop focusing on all the negative stuff that happens, because that's what people do, and that's where they get anxious, and that's where the negative things happen, because we focus on them so much. So there is that good suggestion of turning serendipity into a noun. And then as I was writing to thank the woman who proffered that idea, because I thought it was a good one, I wrote, because it came at the very end of this long string of things, I said, well, it certainly took a long time for that orgasm to happen. And then I thought to myself, oh, wait a minute. Orgasm. There's a word in the English language that implies a wonderful thing. It feels good, it's awesome, and it's a noun. So I proffered back that perhaps orgasm was a word that we could simply extend its use for. That was a real orgasm, as opposed to that was a real catastrophe. So catastrophe, it was a real bad thing. Orgasm, it was a real good thing. Because what's better than that? And interestingly, I don't know if people just then decided they had nothing further to contribute as I had found my word, or people were afraid to say something about the fact that I'd suggested using orgasm, which is possible because people in this country are also a little bit afraid of talking about sex openly for fear of heaven knows what. Again, a natural function, perfectly normal, happens all the time. Could we not talk about it? In fact, I say, let's extend the use of the word orgasm and use it for really fabulous things that happen. If a hurricane can be a catastrophe, then surely going to a concert that was just mind-blowing could be an orgasm. Why not? So I felt satisfied that my word craving was satisfied. But I really do think that one woman who wrote in, a very brilliant woman, older woman from the West Coast, and she reminded us that the human brain is wired to be on the lookout for survival means. We're wired for danger. And that very primitive wiring is with us still. And unfortunately, the culture that has been derived from this wiring is one where, in fact, people do behave badly. And yes, bad things happen in nature that affect you. You have no control over that. But if the mindset of humanity is, first on the list, bad things happen, because that's what survival's all about, then bad things are going to happen more. Thoughts do generate the reality around us, and we think in words. So we need more good words. More good words. So that we can generate a life that's about celebration. That's about life. Well, I heard my little buzzer go off, and I'll run part 2 of this right away. Bye. If I can ever get out of the chair.